Hey everyone, how are you? This is Lisanne, the host and founder of this thriving, amazing Facebook group where I am hosting more than 19,000 members of you from all around the world, and I'm super excited to be with you all today. So I've been gone missing for a couple of days for a good reason because I just got back from Hong Kong and I need to recuperate. So welcome to all the new members. If I haven't met you, welcome, and I look forward to getting to know you at some point in time, and to the old members, welcome. If I haven't met you as well, I look forward to meeting you at some point in time as well. So I'm back in Singapore at my office and super happy because I have made a decision for myself recently, actually in fact 2 days ago, and I just did a masterclass live mastery for the School of Philosophy, the students of School of Philosophy, and we talked about addiction and making change and what if you feel like giving up in life. So I told them that not every day is a Sunday, and sometimes even Sunday feels like a sucky day, and this is life. So what do you do when you feel like giving up? So to really make this really short and concise for you, and this is what I taught them, is to, hey Dee, how are you? Hopping on over here as well, and is to really break the habit. The things that we do on a day-to-day basis are basically made up of habits. Actions are habits. So, and it's an addiction. So I want to just quickly talk about my addiction to rice because I have put on a lot of weight since last year. I was in a very stressful state last year, and the body just put on weight, walls and walls of weight to protect me because it thinks that I'm dying. And yesterday I realized, well, it's funny, I just realized that all my weight has been put around here to protect my personal power, my solar plexus, because I'm so afraid of being seen. And those weight issues actually tie in nicely with your emotional body, your emotional state. And we talked about it last week in the school, your four bodies. You have a four body system that you have to live on this earth plane. So your emotional body and your physical body is not separate. So, and in this case, I told you my physical body is protecting my physical body, and so it's physically manifesting itself literally as a protection for protecting my personal power. So I met up with a friend who I've known for 17 years, and finally she said, last year I was still looking like this, and so finally this year she couldn't take it anymore, and she said, you know what, you need to do something about yourself. Literally, you need to do something about yourself because you're way too much overweight. Like I put on 20 kilograms. I don't know what's that in pounds, but I literally put on 20 kilograms, and she's like, this is super unhealthy. You need to do something for yourself. And so I know I've been battling with these weight issues, and you have heard me say this for such a long time. And I didn't make the decision. So for a while ago, I actually did walking. I did 10,000 steps a day, but I wasn't taking on any effect because I didn't make the decision yet, and I just didn't believe that I could be in the body again. And so amazingly, I observe as how my body responds to my decision. It's just very quick. I got back on Friday and she was like nagging on me on Saturday, and then I told her, okay, I'll do it. And she asked me, when are you gonna do it? When are you gonna start? And I'm like, I think Monday, because that's when I would get my groceries, because I need to change my entire recipe and how I eat and everything. So I need a new set of groceries, right? So I said Monday. And so I know now for a fact that I actually forgot about it. That rice converts into sugar, and I really want to get rid of sugar. And I'm thinking, but you know what? I'm not a very sweet tooth person. I don't eat desserts all the time. The only sugar that I have is probably the 3-in-1 coffee that I have in the morning. So, it's amazing once you make that decision, the mind, the body follows through. And so with it, because I said I would start on Monday, right? And I just decided that I would just cut off rice out of my diet immediately. And I did that. I cut it out immediately. And today is the third day already. and I feel really amazing. You know, like my stomach has gone smaller, my arms are smaller, my face is a little bit smaller. I feel really good about myself. And would I stop? No, I wouldn't. So know what are you addicted to in life. A lot of people think addiction is, I was addicted to drugs, I was addicted to alcohol, I was addicted to shopping, I was addicted to the need to be liked, you know, I was addicted to drama as well. So addiction, the word addiction does not necessarily mean just drugs and alcohol and all the bad stuff, or sex, or whatever it is. Addiction is elusive. Addiction is sneaky, if you know what I mean. So I know that for a long time I was unwilling to let go of rice, because I always thought that I needed rice, and I really love to eat rice and how it makes me feel. I really love to eat rice, right? And so it's an addiction as well. And I'm willing to let it go. And once I put two and two together, rice equals pain and it's holding you back from losing weight, I was immediately able to let go. So you need to associate pain with the things that you're addicted to. I was teaching my students, you know, if you have ever been drunk before, you would know how hangover feels like. And if you have ever actually lost consciousness because you were drunk, and you know, you'll probably not want to feel that way again, and therefore you associate alcohol with pain. And even though if you drink, you would never allow yourself to get to that state again. And so you need to associate pain to that perceived pleasure so that you can give up on that addiction. It's the addiction that is stopping you or causing the delay in living the life that you say you want. So it could be waking up an hour earlier to do your stuff, but you're addicted, probably the comfort of lying in bed, like, oh man, you know, this is the pleasure, you know, of lying in bed for an hour more before the sun rises up. So this is something that you need to work on. Like, I have an interview coming up. It's 7 o'clock in the morning for my morning, which means to say I've got to probably wake up at 6:15 in the morning. I'll probably be awake by then to get myself ready for the 7 a.m. interview. So it's outside my comfort zone, but I really want to be part of this interview because there's amazing, amazing people part of this interview series as well. And so the perceived pain is what? Waking up early in the morning, you know, like, oh my God, that's the pain. But I have to know the pleasure, which is in the pleasure of being in the audience of the rest of these amazing millionaires and influencers, and that's gonna be exciting for me. So that's the pleasure that I want, and so therefore I am willing to let go of the temporary pain of waking up earlier to get myself ready. So we all have that in life. You know what you want to do in life, you know what you want to achieve, but yet it's the laziness, the lack of discipline that is holding you back. I admit, sometimes I feel lazy about myself, and sometimes I have a conversation with God, and I'm like, so why am I not living the life? And He just told me, because you are lazy. And I'm like, but I really work very hard. And I'm like, you know what? Actually, He's right. I am lazy on some points in my life that I'm not willing to do. So getting clear on what you're lazy on and what you're unwilling to do to be successful is a completely different story. Like Kim Kardashian, right? She was willing to do that sex tape to exchange for the publicity. Well, that's not being lazy, but that's just unwilling to do whatever that thing to be successful, but she was willing. So you got to get clear on what you're actually lazy on day to day, which is a habit and an addiction, versus what you're unwilling to do and willing to do to be successful. So when I was really struggling at that time 6 years ago, and because I was really comfortable with my mom taking care of me, and then we had a huge argument, and that's when I was forced to be independent. The soul just orchestrates this kind of events for you to be independent, you know what I mean, and to keep you on course why you are here in the first place. Because if I'm so dependent on my mother, then I'll never be able to know and test how far I can come, and who am I, you know, supposed to be, and that sort of thing, right? So I was crying in the corner of my room because I know I have a gift. At that time, I was already spiritual and I knew how to read cards, and I was really good at it. And I had a heart to serve and to, I didn't think of impacting millions or a lot of people, but I just knew I wanted to serve and to make good money out of it, and not depend on my husband and that sort of stuff, the sort of thing. And then why is God making its life so tough for me? I couldn't understand it. And I couldn't understand it because I don't know the truth. And so the truth is, no one's against you. God's not against you. Life is not against you. It's just I was against myself. There's something that I don't understand. And so on that day, I was crying, 8 months pregnant. I was just crying and surrendering. I guess that's what you call surrender. And I said to him, you know what? I'm done. So you need to get to your pissing point before you can, get to your turning point. I said, I'm done. I'm literally done with this life. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I want to be successful, yes, in the money sense, and also personal fulfillment. At the time, with $1 in your bank, you definitely want money, right? So I am willing to do whatever it takes legally, morally, without prostitution and selling off my children. That's what I am unwilling to do to become successful. And then within, I don't know, 2 months, I got nominated to, to receive this award, and I actually won it. Best Working Mother Extraordinary Woman 2013. And so I got it because I was out there networking. I put myself out there. I heard the radio with this award and I really wanted it. And I got my friends to nominate me for it. Like, you got to do whatever it takes, right? You're not selling your soul, so why not get your friends to nominate you? So that was that. I was willing to do whatever it takes legally, morally to become successful. So in that statement itself, you must figure out what it means. Does that mean letting go of an addiction as well? That includes doing whatever it takes legally and morally without prostitution and selling of your children to become successful. If you already have the habits to become successful, you would already become successful. So I saw this book, my friend Raymond, I think he posted this book, What Got You Here Will Not Get You There, right? So if you want to be there, the same mindset will not get you there. What got you here wasn't the same mindset as before because you made some internal change. So I really invite all of you to ask yourself, what change do you need to make internally? Because life is just a reflection, is a big mirror of what's going on internally, and it doesn't lie. It doesn't lie. It's painful to see it. It doesn't lie. So today I taught my students, what are you tolerating in your life? It's painful to look at it. It's painful to even acknowledge it. But this is exactly what's holding you back. You need to make some changes. Changes are uncomfortable. Changes are painful, but changes are necessary for growth. You can't be here forever, and you don't want to be here forever, So ask yourself, is it more painful or pleasurable for you to stay here? Or is it more painful or more pleasurable to actually live the life you say you want? And that's part of doing whatever it takes legally, morally, without prostitution, selling off your children to get there. Because life wants you to have more. And it is your job to make sure that happens. All right? More, and not from the greedy space, but more because you can have more. Why not? I mean, God gave us all the freedom of choices to seek it. So why would you block yourself from receiving that? Right? Do whatever it takes. If you want to live a rich life, then go live a rich life. You don't have to struggle if you don't want to. All right, so I'm going to pull a card for you today. Clear the energy. Oops. Okay, today I'm going to do this. Just feel guided to do this. Okay, got a card for you. It's a nice card. I've talked about this before in one of the episodes where, if you feel competitive, if there's a competitive streak in you right now, and if you feel like, oh my God, she can do it, I can't, I have to keep up, and that kind of thing, then know that you are from the lack mentality. You are not confident in who you are. When you are confident in who you are, there is no competition. because you are unique just like your thumbprint, and you're unique just like the snowflake. You are beautiful just the way you are. You just need to see that inside of you. So in order for you to take yourself out of competition, you first need to know who you are and start tapping into the creativity zone. And that's what this card is all about for you today. God of the arts, the artist within you is about to emerge. You know, the artist mentality, he just does what he wants to do. He doesn't care about what other people think of him. So maybe it's the message for you is to not care about what other people think of you. And you know, the artist is so convinced that his art is the best. So you need to convince yourself that your work, the work that you are meant to deliver, the work that you're meant to do here is unique on its own. Let's face it, you're not the only coach. I'm not the only healer. I'm not the only soul facilitator here. I'm not the only whatever, you know, but I'm the only Singaporean girl in the summit. So I'm pretty happy and honored because I made it happen. I dreamt a bigger dream for myself. So the creativity inside of you taps into that dream, that zone of possibilities. And you need to tap into that zone of possibilities because you have this unique mission that you have that needs you to manifest itself from the fifth dimension or the 12th dimension and bring it forward to the third dimension. If you keep dreaming about that and keep it in the 12th dimension, then you're not going to manifest it in the third dimension and you won't be able to enjoy it. Got it? You don't live in the fifth dimension, you live in the third dimension. So tap into that creativity and know that you will be given the resources and the people and the money to make that a reality. Because every desire comes with the solution. It's already present in the same space. So you need to shift yourself. You need to shift your vibration. You need to shift your perception to receive that solution. All right? You cannot be vibrating in the same place. Otherwise, you would have already gotten it. So I would suggest that you physically change your space, literally emotionally change your mood so that you can tap into your divine purpose and your divine creativity, that zone of creativity, and allow miracles to happen and unfold for you. It could happen just instantly. You know, it could just happen instantly. If you are forcing life to happen for you, you are not allowing support, because God can make everything change right in this instant. You have to allow that change, right? And creativity is a higher vibration. It's you know, vibrating the same vibration as love, the same frequency as love, right? So be in that vibration. It's your job to keep yourself in the high vibration. All right, so I look forward to spending more time with you. And again, may I remind you that the School of Philosophy is open for registration. And because I know you might be curious to see what's going on in there, because I would be. So for the first month, the trial month is only $11. And I enjoy. If you enjoyed it, continue to stay. If not, then you can always unsubscribe, because I believe that we shouldn't be forcing anyone to do what they don't want to do. So it's $11 for the first month. Try it. Go through the modules and see if you enjoy it, learn anything from it. My desire is to help you. If you are looking for a spiritual coach, if you are looking for a life coach, if you're looking for a money coach, you're looking for, you know, whatever coach that you need, right? But your bank account, or you're not ready to invest in $5,000, $7,000, then this school may be your answer. It's super affordable. The first month is just $11. So go to EliseN.com/the school and get all the details. And of course, if you enjoy my teaching, you want me to spend more time with you in the group or whatever it is, then this is it. This is it. I've made it super affordable because I know sometimes we're not exactly where we want to be, but we still require and need assistance and need guidance. So this is part of me paying it forward. Otherwise, you know, to work privately with me, it's in 5 digits. So this is something that I want to reach out to the mass. I really want to help you really get over the obstacles and, you know, just wake up from the illusion that you need to struggle. You don't. So we have 4 weeks of different topics. We have the money mastery, we have the money mindset, we have the soul successful sessions. That's where I teach you about the soul work, how your soul decides to be here. And literally, it's like the 4 bodies. You need to cooperate and blend all your 4 bodies together to manifest quite quickly for yourself. And then the 3rd week, which is this week, we actually talked about the life mastery, because at the end of the day, we want to be able to work nicely with life as well. We don't want life to be against us. And then the last part, the 4th part, is really about giving gratitude to anyone and offering your services and learning to have that space to be grateful for. So this is something that it's uniquely taught out and given to me by the divine. This is the curriculum. So I am very excited about this school. I'm really proud of this, and all the ladies there are really, really amazing. And you will need a community to support your spiritual growth. All right, so if you need a life coach, you need a money coach, you need a spiritual mentor, you need all the coaches, and you want it in one place, this is the place for you. You know, Jim Rohn once said, if you would change your philosophy in life, your income in life would change. If you change your philosophy in life, everything would change for you. Not only just this life, you clear karma in the rest, in you know, ancestral karma, your current karma, whatever it is, everything would clear, right? So therefore, this school used to be called the Spiritual School of Money, and I now changed it because there are so many layers to life. All right, so not just one layer would make it work. You have the money, no happiness. What's the point? So I invite you to check it out, the elisan.com/the school. All right, so I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.